What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Civilization 5, the 57 Civs World Battle. We're down to about 44, 45 now, but there is still plenty going on. There's plenty of contenders, sort of. I mean, you guys are voting, so there's a good chance you're all going to vote for the same Civ, and there's no chance of anyone else winning. I don't know, maybe. But there is plenty going on. It's all a fight to get that top 10 on score. There is 71 turns remaining. We're on quick speed, so we'll only go to turn 200 with this one on video. Then we'll do the results, and then I'll push it further if possible. Obviously, I don't really know. It's not got to that super slow stage yet, which is good news. But yeah, obviously on quick speed, we will probably be in the late game by turn 200. So that probably will be the best point to end it. I mean, if it turns out that 250 would be a better point, we'll do it then. But at the moment, I'm just estimating it will be around turn 200. But yeah, there's plenty going on at the moment. Actually, there's a lot of little wars at the moment, but there's no like major sieges. North America, you can see, very quiet. The Iroquois Shoshone is still ongoing, but very quiet. And yeah, South America, I mean, it's just nothing going on down here. They're all bros. Africa's very chilled out at the moment. Carthage are fighting some random battles against random people, but it's not really impacting them. Ethiopia trying to get to Arabia. Maybe they take the city, to be honest. I'm not sure, though. I mean, a few people declaring war on Denmark, but no one's going to do anything there. And Mali and Morocco, I didn't even know they were still going at it, but that is now over. Europe's pretty chill after that Belgium, France, and everyone else versus France came to an end. So yeah, at the moment, Europe's pretty quiet. Attila is going after Parthia, but without much success. Yeah, actually, you know what? The map is very quiet right now. I completely take that back. Mali v Denmark. Yeah, none of this really matters against Denmark. Denmark are pretty safe from everyone. I don't know what sort of damage Germany could do to them now. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's pretty quiet. Even Belgium's kind of just awkward borders prevent them from really doing too much. Should they attack Denmark. But yeah, I guess if like Belgium and Germany teamed up and maybe the Celts helped as well, then yeah, things could get a bit messy for Denmark, I guess. Something like that. But apart from that, I think they're fairly safe. They haven't got their Berserker units yet. They could do with those. Oh wait, do they not have those? Norwegian ski infantry. What the heck? Do they have those and Berserkers? They must do. I thought Sweden... I don't know. I'm confused now, but either way, Norwegian ski infantry it is for Denmark in this game. I'm very lost now. Australia joining in, because you know they are about as far away from Denmark as anyone on this map. So good move, Australia. Them and that would be like, yeah, the Corral is a little bit closer because they have these northern cities. So Australia is, I think, the furthest away Civ possible. So good job, Australia. That will really change this one. Okay, that's a little bit closer to home for the Danish. I don't know why everyone's suddenly against the Danish, by the way, but France, it's a little closer. That might tempt a Germany or a Belgium to join in too. But for now, a lot of denouncements against the Songhai as well. Japan there, denounced by Siam. Songhai denouncing Belgium, Mongolia. There's lots of denouncements all the time. It's crazy how many denouncements there are. That's why it's good to not have cities like me. You can just get away with it. We don't get denounced. We just live in our submarine and spectate the world going crazy. We are essentially the cameramen on a very low budget reality TV show. Well, actually, the whole world fighting, that's a pretty high budget reality TV show when you think about it. But yeah, there you go. We are basically just spectating the Earth. Mayans looking pretty good. Not really. I just got to build these civs up, you know. I'm too kind on this channel. If you haven't given away a city in a dodgy peace deal, I always have some hope for you. But Byzantium, you're dead to me. Arabia, you're dead to me in this game. You deserve what you get. Anything that creates that kind of atrocious border gore, you're finished. Australia, I'll let off. I don't think theirs was too bad last episode. I don't think this was like a tragedy. I mean, they probably could have held on to it, but at least they're next to each other. Like it's not just some random city in the middle of nowhere. I wasn't too happy with this Korean one, but I think there's also a sliver of chance that they may have actually just conquered it and I didn't see. So I don't know. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt to the Khazar, and they're dead anyway, so they don't care. They don't really care about our opinion. They're dead. So And apart from that, so far, so good. No particularly dodgy peace deals. This one, very briefly, when it went to the Sicilies, I think the Garamantes gave it to them. That was pretty bad, but again, Garamantes are no more, so it doesn't matter too much. Chinook's turn. Let's see what they get up to. Still fighting Japan. Oh wait, no, they peaced out with Japan. But Japan has definitely won that naval battle with California. California down to their last trireme. Japan still with 7 ships standing, frigates and privateers. So yeah, they've definitely come off the winner there. Quite a crushing blow for California as well. That was most of their military. Not as many land units. So yeah, that was a real blow. Losing all of that to the Chinook. How are you doing, Korea? You look pretty strong. Good amount of artillery. It's getting a little known. Mongolia is the next nation to have an artillery unit, I see. I think the Iroquois probably has one by now, I would guess, too. No? Not yet. Okay. Korea, Mongolia, Belgium was first. And anyone else? No, not yet. No, Brazil. Samoa, you got any? I don't know, probably not. Nope. Just trying to guess who might have good technology. Australia do slap down a settler in southern New Zealand with Perth, and Ethiopia has entered the industrial era. Welcome to the party, guys. And yeah, they probably will grab this city actually, so we're going to have a very weird divided Arabian Peninsula between 4 different nations now. Nice and messy. Just how we like it. That's going to be a complete mess. Oh, 7th ideology. Who's this going to be? Let's have a guess. It just out for fun. If I get it right, it'll be kind of cool. Who's got one? I reckon it's Belgium. The Sioux have gone autocracy, joining the Iroquois, if I'm not mistaken. Boom. There we go. Autocracy. Yes, the Sioux, the Iroquois, Korea, and Japan now all autocratic. That's now 16 tourism for them, combined against 12 for the Order Civs, but Japan is still struggling with the dissidents. It would kind of make sense if Japan had less tourism than Mongolia and Korea wasn't there, but the fact Korea's on their side with more and Japan has more than Mongolia means this makes absolutely no sense. But there you go. You can't win them all. I don't know why Japan is struggling. Luckily, their happiness is absolutely fine. Korea's is at 0. They haven't even conquered anything, so that's a bit alarming. Not too many luxury resources. Some issues ahead for Korea in terms of expanding. See if that might slow them down just a little bit for now. We'll see. The Sioux. That's pretty good for the Sioux, to be fair. I was expecting them to be up there with some of the top civs in terms of getting their free factories, or the other way that you get to pick an ideology, but they've managed to do it. Germany and the Iroquois v Siam was getting excited there, but nope, those don't matter either. No real hope of them getting over there. I mean, one day they might matter, but certainly not now, though. I don't think those would ever matter in a Civ game, sadly. What is it? Oh, Siam has these 2 tiles. I was wondering why there's like a weird yellow patch. That is pretty gross, Bordeaux. All Arabia's fault, of course. Hopefully they will be destroyed and forgotten about. Austria is actually still fighting the Sicilies. Did not see that was going on, but at the moment it's pretty equal. I mean, Austria is trying to get their city back, and they may have a chance. Maybe they can do it. And the Mayans, no, Pakal. That's the Incans, isn't it, or the Mayans? I have no idea. Pakal, whoever that is. I can't remember. Oh, Brazil going after the Panama Canal. That would be a great take if they could get this. Either way, they entered the industrial era. One of them. I would assume it is... I have no idea. They both have terrible technology, but the Mayans is really bad. But the Incans are probably more likely to have reached the industrial era. Brazil, Siam does not matter. The Goths v Siam, also not particularly... not important at all. I thought they bordered each other, but that's Harappa on the map. Corral, no. Stop getting conned into thinking these are important, George. But there we go. Brazil did grab a 4th city on the coast of Brazil, Brasilia, but fairly far away from Sao Paulo, so I assume it's not going to eat into their food too much, and it might grow out into the sea where there's plenty of food as well. So there you go. They will continue to grow. The world's biggest population. Rio now up to 31. Sao Paulo and Salvador at 23. So I think there's a good chance Brazil have 3 of the top 5 cities, and then Samoa have the other 2, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, yeah, Brazil have 3. Okay, Samoa actually has 1 of the top 5 at the moment. Rio's well out in front at 31. I can't remember if they got the Hanging Gardens in Rio. Is that how this happened? Yeah, it looks like it. I was going to say that would certainly help. That would explain it as well, because there's not really a reasonable explanation if not for it to be so big that I can see. Obviously, I'm sure there's stuff going on underneath the surface. Then it's Apia, which is Samoa's capital, or at least one of their cities, at 24. Sao Paulo and Salvador there in 3rd and 4th at 23. And Jakarta is at 21 in 5th place, although there's actually quite a few cities at 21. Bit of a race to try and get into that top 5. Japan versus Siam. That's a bit more important. We'll see how this goes for Japan. Japan actually looks really strong, so we'll see how this goes for them. But I think it could go pretty well. Obviously, they came pretty close last time and they just pieced out. So yeah, I think this could go well for Japan. Obviously, Korea and Mongolia are still involved, so if Siam starts to get a little weak, then yeah, it could all quickly unravel. Korea's weirdly not been using their boats, but I think that's because the turtle ships can't go in the deep water. They do not have ironclads and some frigates, so they may come all the way around and start doing things. Siam, though, and Indonesia, everyone's attacking Siam, and then these guys are like, yep, now's the time to leave. It's not cool anymore. The mainstream guys are here, let's just leave. But yeah, Indonesia piecing out with Siam, and Mongolia also piecing out with Siam. Those two, or Mongolia with some aggressive citadels here. Parthian not having the best of times, but they're still around. That'll do for them, I guess. Better than being dead. You know, the Khazar aren't here anymore. Could easily have been them instead. A very peaceful Africa. Benin, the first civ, it would appear to have Gatling guns. Oh no, Congo have Gatling guns too, but both of them looking pretty good. Riflemen also for Congo. And Ethiopia does conquer Medina, so southern Arabian Peninsula, Oman and Yemen sort of territory. So that's pretty good for Ethiopia. And yeah, I mean, I don't know what else they could have done, so that's a pretty good move, to be fair. If you could maybe get Mecca as well, that would be great. Arabia without religion, that is not something we normally see. See, the Garamantes beat them to founding Islam. So yeah, there you go. And the Corral now has entered the industrial era. I think we're waiting for the first sort of modern era notification now. Who's going to be the first civ in there? Maybe there's already been some. I haven't read all of them, so potentially. California is next. It feels like there's always surprises. It feels like there's loads of civs that should have been in there, just still going in really late. California the next to enter the industrial era, and Texas with that unique unit, a Texan Ranger. I only see one of them, but it looks pretty cool. On horses, I'm guessing that is I don't want to say cavalry replacement, but they kind of look like they might be. They have guns, which would make Texas the first civ to have cavalry, right? Oh no, the Iroquois have some. I wonder if the Americas civs are more likely to go for cavalry, and then maybe civs have preferences. I don't know. Obviously, Texas, you feel if it's their unique unit, there would be a preference built in there to go towards your unique unit quicker. But I don't know. I haven't seen many cavalries. I guess Korea and Mongolia have some. Okay, fair enough. But still, Texas is not on their level. So that is a bit of a surprise. But yeah, so far so good for Japan. This poor unit needs to escape. It should be fine if Japan hasn't been this turn. If they have, then could be bad. But Korea's also starting to come. Their boats are starting to squeeze through that little gap between Japan's borders. So yeah, this could be a bit rough. But it looks like this musketman should be able to get on the coast. I mean, the frigate could still kill it, but we'll see. Japan certainly making some progress here. Morocco has now pieced out with Egypt. Not that they fought each other at any point. Nothing was really going down. Oh, Brazil messed it up. Never mind. There was small hope. It's dissipated quickly. I don't even know who is doing damage to Carthage. I see loads of bubbles. Maybe it's Egypt, I don't know, but not really going well for them. Maybe it's the Sicilies and they just both have so many boats that it doesn't matter. Belgium's actually oh, Belgium's fighting them. Okay, interesting. And Austria also fighting the Sicilies. It's quite interesting. Oh, and Attila actually managed to get this. I was not expecting that, but there you go. That's an issue for Denmark. Yeah, I thought they'd be safe from there, but I guess not. And Belgium has also put another very awkward city. I didn't even notice it up here. I don't even know how they got a settler in there. I guess open borders with Denmark, but even then there's so many units, it must have been awkward. But yeah, there you go, Belgium. Surely just annoying the Danes even more. Maybe that was their plan all along. Just annoying them is the best approach. Great Britain has denounced Spain. Ooh. Okay. What else can we look at? There isn't much else to look at, is there? Diplomacy overview, no. Victory progress, that doesn't show us anything, does it? No, not really. Just who has whose capital. Military overview. This doesn't show us anything. That's just our own. Espionage overview. I don't think any of these will show us anything particularly useful. Tech. Has the tech tree always been here? Did not know that. Religion, trade route. Yeah, that won't tell us anything we don't know about the other civs already. Oh, Japan. Not just fighting Siam successfully. At least it seems successfully. But also going to probably grab Los Angeles here, so they will break into North America. That's pretty big move for them. Exciting times. Maybe Japan is still a top 10 contender. I have no idea who is, who isn't close. I can tell you who the top like 3 or 4 are, but yeah, I don't really know the exact components of the top 10 civs by score, which will be the 10 that make it to the vote. I usually give it a go midway through the series, so I'd say the Iroquois are in there. Number 1, I'd say Brazil is in there as well, not in any order, but 2. Korea and Mongolia 3 and 4. And to be honest, I'm going to put Japan in there as well because I just have so much stuff. So I'm going to give Japan 5. I have a feeling Samoa will be in there because it's on score. Not necessarily size or anything, but you know, because score is what's counted, so other things are more important than just military and stuff. So I'd say 6 with Samoa. They seem pretty good. So that leaves 4 more. What other 4 are maybe in the top? The Huns are probably up there. So that's 8. No, 7. 3 more to go. 3 other really powerful civs. Belgium should probably be in there at the moment, so that's 8. Again, on score more than anything. France grabbed another city in here. Nice job. I mean, the Sicilies probably should be, but they just seem to be struggling for technology, so I'd make that 9 with them. And then I feel like one of the African civs... I don't think any of them are in there right now, which seems a bit harsh. I've been discrediting the Songhai too much, even though I'm looking now, I think maybe actually they are better than everyone else. I feel like all of these guys, you could easily say in Africa there's like positions 11 to like 15. All of them, just they're all really close. They're just not one of them is quite there yet. But I don't really know. I mean, I'm 2 civs short. Texas and the Sioux look pretty good, and I mean, be harsh not to include some of these guys as well. I really don't know. But there you go. I gave sort of 8. And if you take out the Sicilies, there's a bit of a maybe one. And I think you've got 7 solid ones there. In Iroquois, Brazil, Belgium, the Huns, Mongolia, Korea, and Samoa. I think that's 7 is solid. I'm not so sure about what comes after that 7. That's up for you. And I think Japan might be in there. They were the other one. Maybe they're also in that top level. But I think the rest could be up to interpretation. And the score will decide. It won't be down to me. And then you guys will be free to vote on each individual position within that top 10. So if you want to take the civ that really is 10th all the way to 1st, it's in your hands. Not in mine. But if they come 11th, they sadly just won't make it to the vote, which is pretty sad. World religion, Hinduism, which was a bold Bold vote to go for, considering I don't even think it's the biggest religion. Oh no, it is, but I mean, there's 3 other pretty big contenders, and then a 4th smaller one that's still medium-sized and doing fine. Yeah, there was no way that was going to pass. And the banning of cocoa failed. It's good. That's, the world needs cocoa. As a fellow chocoholic, that sounds like something good. I would agree. Morocco. What was I going to say? Drawing? Piecing out with Arabia. It's not a sport. This is war. Morocco pieces out with Arabia. Not that that mattered all too much. Ethiopia don't seem to be making too much more progress. Wouldn't expect them to conquer Mecca here. Yeah, anyway, maybe if they get frigates later on. Although they do not have some Mihal Safari units, which are rifleman replacements, so they're pretty good. Yeah, Africa is really... I don't know who's doing the best. Egypt's another one who I don't really talk about much, but... some big cities, that can help. They have frigates. Every civ's got their own unique thing. Apart from Carthage, Morocco and Mali, I think the rest of them are fine. And even Morocco and Mali, if you could, or even Carthage, if you could conquer that, it would really help. It would put whoever conquered one of them would go into first place. Even if Morocco conquered Mali, I'd put them up there as well. So it's quite a difficult decision to make. So that's why I don't want to go into it too much. Benin pieced out with Austria. Not particularly important again. Brazil completes the Louvre art gallery. Morocco versus Persia. Nope. Mongolia. Nope, not even. Mongolia, they're big in this game, but they're not like their usual monstrous selves. Yeah, that's nothing to do with them. They do look very strong. Russia's still here. I mean, if someone took out Russia, they would definitely leap up a few places in my estimations. If Attila conquered these 3 cities, all of a sudden, boom, he's looking very powerful, very threatening to the rest of Europe. But at the moment, he's just bottling it against Parthia. To be fair, this was impressive, conquering this. I'm surprised he achieved that, but still. And the Goths, peace deal with Belgium, so that is over. Belgium looking really good. Spain not looking too bad either. France still packed with units. Great Britain full of units. We've not had a Britain-Celts war. Maybe we had one right at the start. But yeah, I thought one of these two would kill each other. That's why I put them in, just to give us some action, instead of just having a civ that's allowed to do nothing for free. Didn't quite work out. And Japan has made it in to Los Angeles in 1460 AD. The Japanese boats have conquered LA. That's going to be quite interesting. We'll see what this leads to. I mean, if they could get some stuff off Siam as well, that would be great. Korea is now finally here. They finally got through the deep water. So this could be quite interesting all of a sudden. The fall of Siam could be upon us, which would be pretty big for Asia, because Mongolia can't really get involved anymore since they pieced out as well. But Korea, who have a battleship out of nowhere, things kick on very quickly. They haven't even upgraded even a fraction of their boats. 1 in maybe 30 is a frigate from a turtle ship. And now they have 3 battleships. They have more battleships than frigates. So that comes out of nowhere as Korea gets to 68% on that tech tree. Making the most of their advantage. But Mongolia has overtaken them for number of soldiers. That's a big step, so maybe it's coming. Maybe the war between these two is on its way. But Korea does have great war infantry and battleships now. That is a big advantage. Arabia and Austria have pieced out. Not that that mattered again particularly much. Oh, is that a new Austrian city? No, what the heck? It looks so weird. It's not. They've spanned these citadels, so it looks like the Goth city is Austrian when it's not on the map. That's what's going on. 3 citadels right there from Austria. I'm sure the Goths love that. This city's got 3 tiles left. It's going to starve really badly. But for Austria, big land grab. I mean, that is essentially the same as declaring a war at that point. You've just conquered so much space. Denmark has pieced out with the Huns, and they will lose the city of Łódź here. And there you go. Korea does arrive on the edge of Southeast Asia and conquers this city. So Siam under a bit of pressure now. Not looking so good for them. The Shoshone still putting up a solid fight here. It looks like the Iroquois is starting to breach through past the lakes. But yeah, they have defended valiantly and prevented the Iroquois running away with this game. I haven't really spoken about them for a long time now, it feels. They settled in the Caribbean, but even there, Spain came and stopped them. They do have a few boats off, maybe to go conquer something. But yeah, the Iroquois certainly not running away with it. Korea now seem to be the top dog. Although that said, depends what you're classing as top dog. The Iroquois is still dominating in terms of size, economy, production, and food. All pretty big things to be doing well in. But Korea certainly with the tech advantage, that's pretty important either way. Of course that can all change. Maybe one day the Iroquois will get past them. But Korea are very good scientific civ. I'm sure they will be probably leading the way till the end now. Here we go. Ideology. Belgium. Nope. Texas. Okay. Well, another North American. Maybe we're really underrating some of these civs like in North America. The Sioux obviously got their ideology a while back. California just re-grabbed Los Angeles, and Texas going autocracy. Does that swing it back to 5 versus 4? No, 5 versus 3. Okay, these guys have all got 4. But Brazil all of a sudden out of nowhere, 26 tourism. Where did that come from? I'm guessing the Louvre helped a little bit. But dang. Well, 28 certainly trumps 20. So yeah, that's a very big game changer for the 3 order civs. Brazil certainly pulling. Okay, yeah, we're starting to see some civs kick off. South Africa, Belgium up to 18. Samoa up to 16. The rest have not gone up yet. So that's pretty big. But Brazil is the only major tourism nation there that has got an ideology. So there's going to be a lot of twists and turns yet on that aspect. I don't know. We'll call it an aspect. I don't really know. Affair, occasion. Chinook, what are you up to? Why are you taking so long? Apart from the fact you're going last. Not too much. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you can see Brazil, the only one of even... Everyone else, the 4s have all gone. Oh, it's frozen. Some of the 4s have gone here and stuff, but none of the bigger civs for tourism have even picked yet, particularly Belgium, South Africa and Samoa. But that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.